2, 1. Welcome to episode 81 of the KBMOD podcast. I'll be your host tonight, Dan. Scott, obviously, not introing the cast tonight because I don't even know where he is. I received a cryptic message saying he would not be here.
Cough, cough, you have music playing. Cough, cough.
It's fine.
No, it's not fine. It's not fine.
Is
All right,
fine.
man. It's not fine. It's
God,
not fine. It's not fine.
So we all started without Brandon, but he has a legit reason because he is moving as we speak to San Francisco to hit up that Twitch. And chat going crazy over the music. So instead, we have Hex with us.
Hello.
We have special guest Mark AllShamNoWow.
I'm replacing Scott. I'm wearing his face shirt just so. I mean, you can't see me.
Have you been on the KBMOD podcast?
Yeah, this is my second.
I don't think I was on the one. Yeah, I thought so. I don't think I was on. Yeah, I don't think I was on the one that you were on.
Yeah, it's his second time. So
they were pretty skeptical about letting you near me, Nick, but I think it's okay.
I'd be skeptical too for a PK veteran like yourself.
So we're missing that, and Chezz should be joining us soon here, but he is a scumbag, so I'm not sure. He scrambled home to be on here, and now he's not answering my Skype calls. So, whatever, Chezz, if you're out there, feel like joining us, go ahead.
Please come home.
So, yes, this is the KBMOD podcast, and in case you didn't notice on Friday, if you have followed us for a while, we launched our newly redesigned website on Friday, and it looks quite sensual. I'm enjoying it. I also was made a special splash screen for the podcast, but it doesn't apply tonight because the regular people aren't here. So I didn't have Brandon redo it. But yes. So we are here. That is the cast, the people we just introduced. And we'll go into what we've been doing this week and what we've been playing. And I think we'll start with NFEN here, who has just seen the light in Crysis III as well.
Yeah. Oh man, that FOV life.
Yes. Man. So you've been playing Crysis III. A good amount.
I haven't played much of the single player, but that multiplayer. I play like the first 2 hours, so that's about all I like. It's like, yeah, you shoot people, cool. That's about it.
Isn't that what the multiplayer's like though too?
Yeah, but you shoot people in multiplayer, and everybody's like jumping around and like going invisible.
It's a lot more dynamic.
Yeah, man.
Like it's a way better experience because people are jumping.
You don't understand, man.
That is what changes the game.
Button, this game would be fucked.
There's not much about that game that I can really complain about yet, except for the fact that I wish there were more like in-game mouse options, like a ADS sensitivity. I think I brought that up before on the podcast. But then, like, I like the maps. I think there's like one map that I don't like. They're all pretty solid.
I don't like that museum one. I don't own the game, but I played the beta. I just don't like the museum one, and I think you'd be sick of it by now. Just be like,
I mean, like,
the
maps like play well, but there are a couple that are like just ugly to look at. Like they're really, like, I don't know, they're like brown and gray and stuff. But there are a lot of maps that are like really pretty. So,
so we did play that on stream, and it was quite a pretty game. Now I know John has better video cards than you. How high have you cranked it up?
I can run it on max settings. No problem.
How's it look? Because it looks amazing on low.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the better looking games there are. I wouldn't say it's the best looking game. It's probably the most realistic game I play, but I still don't think it's the best looking because photorealism doesn't necessarily mean it looks awesome. I still think TF2 is the best looking game.
It's aesthetics versus technical graphics.
Right.
I still think TF2 is the best looking game I've ever played. So, there's that.
Words.
I've also been playing DotA, and that's about it.
Yeah, you have been playing a good amount of Dota.
Some Dodo.
Nick was flipping out with some Spanish kids last night.
I was telling him I was going to report him to Burnsy, so watch out. Because all they have, I believe, is it for language filters in Dodo. I call it Dodo, like instinctually now. I can't call it Dota. In Dodo, they have English, Russian, and Chinese. And like obviously there are more languages, and I don't think there are any South American servers yet. So all I get now, instead of Russians, I just get the Spanish people. And I'm like, God damn it. But at least I took a couple years in Spanish, so I know some of the things they're saying. Like I know puta and that kind of stuff. So
you know when they're
I
swearing
know the
at you.
insults. I know. I know when they're angry.
Yeah.
Nothing
That's pretty
constructive though.
And that's all I've been playing. So
I'm amazed you've been hitting the Crysis. So it's that good. The multiplayer is
it's
pretty
just
damn
really
good.
it's really fast.
It
I
is
don't
the best multiplayer to come out, and I couldn't tell you how long.
I mean,
for TF2.
I'm not gonna drop that title on it because it's still fairly early. Like I haven't got finished.
What good multiplayer game has come out in the last year, Nick? Seriously, what name
Shooter?
one?
Are we talking shooters? Obviously.
I mean, Black Ops 2's alright.
No, it's not even close.
Blacklight Retribution.
Blacklight's
Yeah,
good.
Blacklight's good. So we're sticking with shooters.
Yeah.
I mean,
multiplayer shooters. Find one that's better. Right, that's come out in like the last year.
I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't give it that title because it's still fairly. I'm only like level 25 or something, so I haven't.
You can usually tell right away. I could tell the Black Ops 2 was okay right away. I could also tell that it was Call of Duty.
I don't want to like
That's true.
throw. It's just a really big
Yeah,
thing.
CS:GO. Yeah, that's a great game. Everybody's playing that. That's my favorite.
I don't know. It's good. I'm just not gonna throw greatest game or greatest shooter multiplayer in the past year out. I guess it's probably gonna be one of my favorites, but I don't know.
Orion Dino Horde will be really good, though. I'm sure.
Oh,
So whenever that hits, did you get an email, Mark?
Oh yeah, I've got more than one
Yes.
message on YouTube.
I'm the only
Yes.
person that hasn't gotten contacted for that. I swear.
I've gotten two.
And
I got.
I'm kind of happy that I haven't. So
I got one before they changed the name, and then one after they changed the name. I guess they just remarketed, and then they're like, "Well, might as well send the mass email or YouTube message out again."
It's the same.
Because
damn
it was
game.
trying to. I'm gonna go look at my messages. Or no, I'm not signed into my YouTube. Never mind. But I had like two different messages. The game name that they had beforehand, I can't remember what it was, but it was very convoluted and stupid. So I'm glad that they changed it to. What is it now? Is it just
Dino
Dino
Horde.
Horde? Yeah, that rolls off the tongue a little better than like Jurassic Edition, X-Force, fucking shoot things. I don't know what you're calling it.
I think that's the better name.
It is the better name. They could go any.
we
I
should
mean,
make games. I'm just throwing it out there, but we should make games.
we
I
should
don't
at
think
least
any of us
title
are
games.
qualified to make games, but we can just give ideas for games.
I just want to tell somebody to make a game for me, and I don't put anything towards it. But then I
Here's
reap
the
all of the
game I would
benefits of
enjoy.
the idea.
Please create this. Fucking Shoot Things is a great name for a game. I would play that
Yeah.
game.
I would play that game.
Are you kidding me?
KBMOD Indie, fucking shoot things. It's our first launch title.
Yeah. There you go. Boom. We've done it. Ricochet 2 is already being made. We can't make it. Sorry.
What have you been playing, Hex? I'm taking the reins because no one wants to do it. I'm gonna be Brandon, but I'm gonna be a really
Don't-
bad Brandon.
Don't push around. Let us discuss. But yeah. Go
All right,
ahead, Hex.
can we kick Dan out of the call? Is that
Wow, dude.
'Cause we're
Yeah, he's
gonna,
hosting it. It will end the podcast.
my executive powers. I'm channeling
you know.
I'm channeling Brandon right now, and we say kick you off the island. So see you later, bud.
Man.
Wow.
Jurassic War.
Shots
2,
fired.
sorry. There's some really good Dino Beatdown 2 names in chat right now. So. Call of Dino, Jurassic War Shoot 2. I would play that.
Hey,
Sold.
I'm trying to control this podcast. What are you playing, Hex?
Go ahead, Hex.
Okay, I am
Isaac.
playing.
It's my answer too. Fuck.
Yeah, still playing Isaac. Still have not beat Mom's Heart. I'm
Wow,
bad at this
dude.
game. Yeah, dude, I'm bad at it. I know I'm bad at it. I don't care. It's still fun to be bad at it. I don't care. Nick and I are still playing Saints Row the Third, which I think we're probably gonna finish that this week. We're
Maybe.
gonna play. How long do you think? Because I think we're gonna play until we finish it.
If we don't finish it this week, we'll probably finish it the week after. We're getting towards the end.
There you
We
go.
won't because say SimCities next week, so we'll be playing that.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a break for a week if we don't finish it, and then we'll come back to it and finish it. Other than that, I didn't really play a whole lot this week. I had a sinus infection the first couple days, and then there was a bunch of terrible stuff that happened at my real job that kind of took me out of commission for a couple days. So it was mostly just Isaac and Saints Row. Pollock and Sam and I played, and Nick actually too, and Brandon Plasma for about 20 minutes until his mom came into the room and was like, "Clean your fucking room first, and then you play." And then you heard click, and he typed in the chat and Skype, "Oh fuck, gotta go," and ran off. So that was
That's right, guys. Our graphic designer got apprehended by his mother. For
His
playing video
mother.
games. That happened.
His mother. Clean your fucking room first. Click.
Yeah, see you, kid. Child.
That was.
See you,
That's
child.
it for me.
Yeah.
I love
So,
calling
what are-
people children. It's so
I know
good.
you
Yeah,
do. It's all you did last night in that stream.
So you guys basically abuse children to design things for you.
Yes.
Yeah, they're actually
Yeah.
8-year-old Chinese kids. They,
KBMOD slave labor.
we took them out of a Nike factory and made them work on the website.
We figured it can't be worse than that Foxconn factory that makes Apple shit. They were
Yeah,
throwing themselves out of the building. They installed suicide nets, dude. Come on.
Actually, that's why Brandon isn't here tonight. He threw himself out of a building after the session of Black Ops 2. So, R.I.P. Brandon. But that's it. What about you, John? What have you been playing this week?
We closed out our TF2 season with an interesting development.
Okay.
We were playing a really good team. They had the potential to beat us. We could have beat them as well. It would have gone either way. And ESEA's client was broken, so we couldn't play our match on Friday. And playoffs start Monday. So ESEA was like, "You guys have to play this match Saturday or Sunday, or you're both going to lose. Like they're just going to give us both a loss." Turns out the other team had 2 people going out of town, couldn't play this weekend. So we decided to forfeit the game so they would make playoffs as well to be the good guys. And now we have like the best team and open our first match in the playoffs.
Ouch.
But it was still a good
Ouch.
guy move. It was a good guy
good guy move.
Good guy, John.
I
And
didn't
then-
expect you to not shit on people, so this is interesting.
What happened to you?
You're a better human being.
And then
Congratulations.
Crysis 2 and a little bit of WoW. I just do my LFRs.
I like how you called it Crysis 2 because it's basically the
Crysis
same
3.
thing.
So how
Crysis
many?
3.
Let me ask you about WoW, because I've had like folks that you know, John, have been like, "Come back, play with
Tegan told me she was fucking playing WoW this
Pandaria
week.
us with us."
I'm playing
And,
it again.
So how are
Yeah.
the raids?
You're
How many
all
raids are
relapsing.
out?
Do you
I
not understand?
mean-
This is a relapse.
It is.
I'm just playing with like TF2 guys, and we're just like doing LFRs and BGs. I don't care at all about the game, and it's fun. Like the raids are fun, but I'm pugging them, and I don't know how hard they actually are. But I mean, there's like world
tiers
world
are?
bosses and shit.
How many
I think
tiers
there's
are out
like
now?
5. There's 5 or 6 raids right now. I think
God,
the new
okay.
the next tier's coming
Just
out.
stop telling
Yeah.
me about this.
They're in PTR right now for the next one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of raids, and I mean, my thing is like world bosses, dude. I fucking love world bosses.
Yeah, that was the best shit ever in Classic,
And
dude.
they're going on. They're like, there's always a world boss up in Pandaria because it respawns like every couple hours, so you can just go ruin people's time.
Yeah.
It's always nice to hear him screaming his head off throughout the zone too.
It's really nice, like go up as a druid, moonfire it right before somebody else pulls it. Then you get credit for the kill, even though you've already killed it this week, so you can't get any loot. You just do that to be an asshole.
You just fucking
That's
ruin it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good time.
Oh, I'll never forget the it can't be. Nothing will ever be as bad for griefing as old WoW players will remember Kazak.
Fucking Kazak.
Original Lord Kazak, man. What the fuck were they thinking with that boss? So the mechanic to him, the whole deal with Kazak was you rushed him down really fast with whatever group you had, and if anyone died, it healed him for a good chunk. I forget how much it actually healed him for.
A
but it was
whole
for-
fucking lot.
Yeah.
enough for when people drug him to a capital city, he never died until a GM would take
Yes.
care of it.
Yes. So I remember one time there were 2 major guilds on our server, and we stayed up for 6 hours just griefing Kazak. Like, that's all we did, was just run and die naked. So we didn't take
Dan-
repairs.
And you disappeared. Oh, now you're
Yeah,
back.
I know. I know it was on purpose. Yeah, kiting Kazak to Stormwind. That was the good days of MMOs. We need that back. I need something completely broken and unbridled as far as an MMO. Fucking ZG disease, the curse or whatever.
Oh, good lord.
Hakar's curse.
I mean, there's a whole Wikipedia article on that.
There's virologist studies on that outbreak.
Yeah, there's a study because of that.
One dude
All because
brings his
some
pet
guy
back.
unsummoned his pet and then brought a sickness back to a capital city and unleashed it in the auction house. Like that starts a study. Just some guy being a dick.
This is how a virus spreads. This is textbook as to how this happens.
Some guy brings his cat into a room and lets it loose. Everybody starts shooting blood out of their eyes.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. All right, we have Cheddar Chezz.
I have
joining
graced
us
the
after the
podcast with my
laptop.
appearance today. How
Wearing
is
a
everybody?
Blackhawks jersey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That team.
Oh, that's nice. Your team's bad.
Yeah.
What I said, yeah,
they're-
what was that?
they're
18? 18?
Not bad.
18? 18 wins? Or 18, 18 games that I lost? I'll take that. It's fine.
They haven't lost yet this year, so in regulation. So they're doing
Yeah, they're garbage. See ya.
All right, Minnesota. All right.
Minnesota Wild fan.
No
pops
problem,
off
Minnesota.
on the podcast.
I take
See ya.
for-
State of hockey. See ya, kid. You're a child.
Okay.
You're a child. There it is.
So what? We're 8-7. Whatever. It's not even. It's
all right,
not
dude.
even important. Who cares?
Has your team ever won a Stanley Cup?
Has your team ever shut up, you child?
Dude, listen. Penguins would have never won a Stanley Cup without Roethlisberger.
That's true, dude.
Yeah.
That's
So-
true. Secretariat was the best coach we ever had. Amazing. Jeff Gordon.
Great job managing the
Jeff,
power play.
Yeah.
Gordon.
Jeff
How many
Gordon,
goal baskets
power
did
play
Jeff Gordon get
specialist.
this year?
Goal baskets might be the greatest term to come out of sports ball in a while.
That's what sports ball's about, man. The most goal
touch
baskets.
goals. Just start combining the terms now.
Goal
How about goal downs? I need some more
had
goal
three,
downs this year.
3 goal touches this year.
Michael Jordan with a 3-pointer on the top shelf.
By the way, speaking of sports ball real quick, does anyone see that Daytona crash?
Fucking dude.
Nope.
That's why you don't watch NASCAR right there. Live
No,
anyway.
actually, the crashes are why you watch NASCAR
That's
because the rest
true.
are boring
No,
as fuck.
you don't watch
Fans
NASCAR.
injured
You just
from
watch the
Daytona
highlights.
crash. Ooh, that looks pretty bad from what I just googled.
Have any of you ever gone to a NASCAR race before?
I have been to the track in Daytona, but there was not a race going on at the time.
So I've been to several races because of my parents, and there's one specific one, and it's Bristol, and there's also one called Martinsville, and they're both short. They're like half a mile.
Yeah,
both
brother's
of
been
them
to both of
very
those,
short.
yeah.
Those are the ones that you go to because you get like 20 wrecks in a race, and that's the only entertaining part about it. I've been to Bristol, I think 3 or 4 times, and every single time it was very entertaining just to see wrecks happen. But I've never had tires fly into the stands before. That's
Yeah.
new.
I went to
sure
one. I went to a
it's
race
gotta
in
be
the
loud.
Poconos. It was
Yeah.
it was just as bad watching it in person as it was on television.
Yeah.
I'm watching this crash
They had
right now.
fucking fantastic
Holy
hot
shit.
dogs though. Fucking some of the best hot dogs I've ever had.
the hot dogs. You go for the
Dude,
hot
they
dogs.
instead of like grilling them, they fucking cook their hot dogs in the deep fryer. Fucking
of course that's
fantastic.
good.
That's not a
Deep
bad
fry anything.
idea.
America.
America.
What don't you deep fry here that isn't good? Tell me
true.
what is deep fry that you don't like.
Deep
Uh,
fried Oreos is the best shit.
Never
Yeah,
tried
Fried
it, but I'm
Twinkies?
willing.
Deep fried Twinkies are pretty good.
Sound,
Can't bring
sound-
myself to
all things that
desecrate
sound
Oreos
amazing.
like that.
If you
Fried.
want deep fried, come to the Minnesota State Fair. We
Well,
literally
no,
deep
just
fry everything.
Any state fair. They fucking
No,
deep
no,
fry.
no, no,
Deep
you don't
fry
understand.
Fruit roll-ups and shit. It doesn't matter. They deep fry everything.
All right, on my bucket list, go to the Minnesota State Fair. That'll be somewhere
Wow, you have the
bottom
saddest
of the
bucket list of all
the
time.
worst bucket list ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
man.
bucket lists are like, I want to go to Hawaii, or I want to make sure I see a sunset over the ocean. Yours is like, dude, I want to eat as much fucking fried shit in Minnesota as fucking possible. And then my heart explodes.
They
Bucket list
apparently-
complete.
They apparently deep fry Coke at the Texas
Yes.
State Fair.
How do you manage that?
I don't know, but I
I
want
do
it.
know. They deep fried beer as well. They make it into like, this sounds ridiculous, a ravioli. It's like a ravioli that is filled with Coke or beer, and they deep fry and then you eat it.
Why?
Isn't it
Can
amazing
you-
that,
Texas?
that we have advanced so much as Americans that we have gotten the ability to deep fry fucking liquid? Like, this is what we do now.
Yes, suck it, China.
But,
Hey,
but
what's
Gamma
up?
Labs.
We're gonna
can
cook
we-
some liquids with some liquids.
Can we deep fry Gamma Labs? That is the real question. And once we
G-fuel.
do that, there's just G fried. G fried is what we're
G-fried.
gonna call it. And
Is there a
yeah.
Nobel Peace Prize, or well, Peace Prize, but just a Nobel Prize for like deep frying
The
stuff?
Nobel Frying Award. Just,
No.
The beer guy won it.
you get like a
That's a
$1.5
Nobel
million
hate.
grant to try to figure out how to fry other shit. Like that's awesome.
Kickstarter.
Hey, Mark. What have you been playing this week?
You know,
That's
That's
my
how you
attempt-
take control, Nick.
That's how I'm bringing this ship back on course.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
Nick.
I've been dipping my my keyboard and mouse into a lot of different games. I've been playing well. The one that I've enjoyed the most is Psychonauts. This is the first time I've ever played this game, and I finally sat down and started to play it. And I've put around 2.5 hours in it, and I fucking adore this game.
It's very
It's
funny.
got some. So yeah, it's really good. It doesn't get old either. The amount of
Actually-
dialogue is really substantial, and it doesn't get old at all.
Actually, there's
And
a
I've been,
fun fact, and Tim Schafer's never made a good game. He's actually really bad at making video games, so whatever.
wow.
There's a Psychonauts 2 rumor floating around. Is that that's-
Whatever.
that's
Those
a
have been
thing
going around
happening.
for years.
Yeah, Notch
So-
pulled out of that actually.
Not just
I've
pulled
been,
out, including me.
No, I never pull out. Fuck that.
But since it's the free weekend on Black Ops 2, I was playing that just to, take advantage of all of the people who haven't played it yet. And it's been fun. Been a lot of really ridiculous games on Nuketown. It's been interesting. I put in about 5 hours into that. I've been playing Doom 3 because I'm doing a Let's Play.
Nice.
Special Forces, I've played it as long as there is a server available, which is not very often. And usually it's Eastern, so I get a little lag. Saints Row the Third, Gotham City Imposters, Tribes Ascend, Blacklight. A lot of games I've been playing over the past week, but mostly Call of Duty, Psychonauts, and then some WoW here and there.
Nice. Nice.
What have you been playing, Dan?
Did we skip Chezz?
we
Go to
did a
me,
little.
though. It's fine.
We don't give a shit.
Care about Chezz.
Don't worry about me.
Chezz hasn't been playing much, I don't think, so.
I played Wasteland, and that was yesterday. I went on. There was a 8-day hiatus. I didn't even turn my PC on, so I played Wasteland. So I'm done. Dan, what have you been playing this week?
Trying to take the reins from me? Because if you just tried to do that, I will.
Wow, dude.
will
I gotta get this
choke you out via
podcast
the
under
internet.
control, Nick.
Nick
and
is
you don't seem
Having
capable to
a
do
coup
it. So
d'etat
I
at
step up.
KBMOD podcast.
If anyone's gonna steal Brandon's seat, it's gonna be me. All right.
The most sensible person I know, Nick Fenton.
That's
Yeah,
something no
Things
one's ever said.
include that. Yeah, exactly.
So, I finally got. Oh, I played Alan Wake. Started up Alan Wake this week, and also played 30 Flights of Loving,
That game.
which is just a good 15-minute acid trip, and is well worth your $2 or whatever.
It's
I'll be
really
honest.
weird.
So it's like Salvia then?
Yeah, kinda, but a
Yeah.
game
Just
instead.
From watching it, it's like a really simplistic indie game, but it's kind of like grindhousey in nature, like the
Yeah.
story is. But like you still have no idea what's going on in the slightest. It's just it's hard to explain, really.
And the game is called 30 Flights of Loving, but there's a second game in it called Gravity Bone, which is like a
Gravity Bong? Oh, nice.
spy platforming acid trip instead.
Is that like a gravity bong?
So they're just taking acid trips into different game
yeah,
genres.
yeah, and there's
Pretty
more
much.
chapters. There's more chapters coming out. One is called Quadrilateral Cowboy, I believe, is coming out at some point because it's like chapters of this just weird. It's fucking weird. It's worth it for like $1 or $2 on a Steam sale, which is how much it'll be if you want to just experience that. Again, it's kind of like Dear Esther, where it's like, is this really a game that much? Although Gravity Bone is actually kind of a game, but 30 Flights of Loving is just, I don't even. I was pretty much jaw to the floor the whole time because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But then after that, I started up Alan Wake, which looks tremendous on the PC, by the way.
Yeah.
And is a really good game, really well done. I wasn't like really that scared of it, but
It's not. It's
there's
the
a lot
beginning.
of suspense, though.
The beginning presents itself like it's gonna be a scarier game than it is.
Yeah,
I think it's misleading somewhat.
but
It's not as scary as Slender.
No,
Yeah,
it's
you
not.
guys
It's
ever
not.
seen- have you guys
Slender
ever
is
seen
the
Slender?
scariest game ever.
Have you guys
You guys
ever?
ever seen it?
Have you guys ever XD Reddit?
But Alan Wake's
It's a
pretty good.
supple
and
pussy, Chezz.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Why is it
Chezz-
gray? Is
Chezz
it?
just showed his
Oh,
cat.
God.
Yeah, it's really old. I don't know. But
It's
it
3
looks
years
really
old.
good.
Why gotta be so mad?
What
it
is that in
looks
cat
really good.
years?
I had trouble
80?
with the combat though, for some reason. But,
You're an idiot and
Wow,
a child.
wow, dude, I could never tell how much light was enough light to make the guy vulnerable.
When there's okay, I'll just explain it to you so I don't have to watch you die anymore.
Wow, dude.
When you aim your flashlight or any light at an enemy, they have like a glowing like
Yes,
aura
I
around them.
saw
It's like a
that.
circle,
Yes.
and the circle has to go all the way in, and then it kind of like it like disappears and like kind of like yeah, it
Explodes
just
off
pretty
them
much
a
it
little?
disappears. Once it's gone, then you can shoot at them.
So, I had some trouble with the combat, but overall, it's a good story so far. Again, not really
Alan Wake, yeah, definitely.
having scary feeling or anything, but it is a good story so far. So I finished
it's
chapter 1.
definitely a suspense game and not a too spooky for me game.
So, and I've actually been after taking a somewhat of a small break off hardcore Isaac playing, I just went hammer on Isaac this week because I've been trying to grind out the remaining ending that you have to get. So, yeah, I played like 40 hours of Isaac this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isaac
So,
is your full-time job.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm
I'm 21
wish.
minutes in that
Forever.
game, and I'm sticking to it at this point. I don't.
I don't know. Some people, I guess, just don't enjoy it or get it. Maybe they just don't get it. Like,
No, they
I'm
don't
just
enjoy
bad.
it. I mean,
I'm
it's
just
that
casual.
type of game.
Thought we
dude,
just
I
did
have
the game.
only
I'm
beaten
casual.
Mom's leg. I've never finished the game at all, and I still have 44 hours into it. And I was playing it 10 minutes ago. Like, it's a great game. You're
Yeah,
just bad at it.
It's very niche though. It really
bad at
is. It's difficult and I don't know. But anyway, that's what I've been doing, and I've also been today. I started because I got my taxes done this weekend.
Swagoo.
Have children, bros. It really helps those taxes out.
Great.
That's
Great
my
for
advice to you.
taxes.
It's just to
Just
have some kids.
That's
This coming from the guy who's now getting his penis snipped.
That's true.
already done, isn't it?
No, I didn't get it done because I got so much going on the next 2 weeks.
Oh, trying to have another.
Yeah,
kid.
you're
Has
delaying.
Megan tricked you
Don't-
yet?
Literally
Megan tricked
cutting
you with
his
another
dick
kid?
off.
No, we
So he
gotta
doesn't
clean
have
this
kids
house
anymore.
for my 30th birthday party, and then
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, episode 121. Dan still hasn't been snipped. Yeah, I just.
And he has
we gotta
17
clean
oh,
the
kids.
it's already
basement, the puzzle
scheduled again.
basement.
It's scheduled again. But
And
then
this
we
is
have
all this is all so he can just finish inside. Just so everybody's clear. Everybody's clear. This is why he's doing this.
Can you think of a worse reason to do it? Like, that's a great
No,
reason to do
no,
it.
that is
man.
that is a fantastic
yeah,
reason.
it's a
to
solid
do it.
reason. So, wait.
When Dan got his wife pregnant for the first time, he called me and he says, "Bro, I came inside," and that's how he was with his wife was pregnant.
fucking serious.
And it was
That's how
just
I
as
told
good
you
as
he's
No
pregnant.
Sway November. It was just as good as
It's
that.
almost as
honestly.
good as No Sway November.
Please be true. Please be
I
true.
hope. Did you serious? Is that how you
Wait.
announced that you were having a kid, bro? I came inside. Tell me
how
that's
he did
accurate.
it. That's what he did to me. I don't know how he told everybody else.
But
He won't
half the-
acknowledge it. He won't
Yeah, he's
even.
like, shit, no. Let's move on, please.
Half the stream thinks I'm getting circumcised.
Barn? Do it both at once.
There's just someone types, "Are you gonna keep the foreskin?" Like, keep it
Like a
afterwards. Why-
trophy? What?
He's gonna raise it as his own.
Make an action figure out of the foreskin and put it on your shelf.
Why do they think he's getting circumcised? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
You don't get circumcised so you can finish inside. You don't have to do that.
That's not. Those things aren't correlated. People in chat.
This is the
This
weirdest
is now. You
conversation
can
we've
now
ever had.
classify this podcast
This
under
is what
educational.
This is what happens when 12-year-olds are your fan base, is that they don't
Come on,
understand.
man.
Wait, the penis goes where?
Don't talk down to the audience.
Wow.
I
Child.
do it all the time. I can't.
Podbean educational. Done. Leave it at that.
So I wasn't debating that, but I was debating, and we talked about this a little before the cast. And I thought I had actually convinced Nick this afternoon to buy one, but
I want to.
so Nvidia recently changed their bonuses that you get with their cards, and I just got my tax return. That was the only reason we were talking about this, because I'm gonna get the breast of my new computer parts. So I was gonna set on
The breast
Nvidia.
of your new computer parts?
Yeah,
I heard breast. I did
yeah,
hear.
breast.
The breast of your new computer.
Yes.
He's
Getting your
he's
Suckle the
he's
breast
cooling
of new PC
he's cooling
parts.
his PC with breast milk, so he's got to get
That
the boob.
would
You gotta,
Smell
you gotta
amazing.
have one there. Just pump the fresh stuff out, man. at all times.
Imagine the smell
Dude,
of that
temperatures.
warm.
I don't know if you've seen the benchmarks, but the temperatures are way lower.
Yeah, way
with
lower.
breast milk.
Until it curdles inside your PC.
Yeah, but it's also eco-friendly, so
It's true.
Yeah, it's part of that whole green movement.
Very renewable, yeah. So
This is the weirdest podcast
So
we've
I
ever
was-
had so far.
yeah. So I was like debating, because Nvidia changed their fucking bonuses away from like two, $60 games to giving you $50 of in-game credit in 3 different free-to-play games.
What games are those? I have not seen
Planet
that.
Side 2, which I don't give a shit about.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Was that
no.
allowed?
That's a review right there. That's Texas.
World
Planet
of
Side 2 is
Tanks-
great. I don't care about currency.
World of Tanks.
I care way less about that.
Yeah.
than
What the hell is
anything.
World of Tanks?
Apparently, if you're from like Europe or
Yeah, it's
something,
huge
then
in
you
Europe,
really
but-
care about World of Tanks.
And then Hawken is the third game, which like, all right, I might actually use that currency and play that. But when
But it's
2 out
still
of like,
in-game currency.
it has honestly made me completely reconsider getting one. That and the new AMD patch fixes the frame latency issues they were having. So now I'm sitting here, I can get Crysis 3 and BioShock Infinite with the 7970 gigahertz edition,
No.
and I will
That's a
play
pretty
both
good
of
deal.
those.
That
I
is a
will
pretty good
play-
deal.
Yeah, I will play those games.
Here's the thing. Are you going to
For
regret it
how
later?
long?
No, probably
long
not,
will you
because
play
it's a
those
beast
games?
of a card.
Well,
I
yeah,
feel like
it is
as
now.
long-
But
if you're gonna stay on a single card, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what.
That's
Like,
right.
if you're gonna just only ever have that card, fine. But like, you could get a 660 Ti or a 670 now, and then in a year,
I don't think
for some
I
reason
don't
it's
think-
shitty.
no,
Then get a second
towards-
670.
Towards the end of the 6 series, when it was actually practical to upgrade to 2 cards rather than wait it out for the next series, the drivers were fine. Like Crossfire worked fine towards the end of the 6 series lifespan. Like I had no issues with it at all.
Yeah, it worked for my 5.
Was it just because they had time to work out all the kinks and stuff? or what?
I do not agree with that at all. I
Well,
had
it
two
didn't work for
6870s
you.
at the end of their lifespan, and it was fucking horrible.
Well, you had 2 shitty cards.
What did you have?
Whoa! Look out!
Oh, you
Well,
have
damn.
child cards.
What,
How the
what kind of
fuck
what?
out?
It depends on the games too. I think.
It
really.
100% depends on the games. If
Yeah.
you look at any website that has reviewed Crossfire cards, they'll be like, it ran like a beast mode in Metro 2033, and then in Skyrim it just crashed instantly.
Skyrim was
Like,
the one that killed it. Like
Skyrim-
it would run at 60 frames a second, but it did this weird thing where it rendered each frame twice, so it stuttered. And there was like, AMD's too lazy to fix it, but someone in the fucking community was like, yeah, I just modified D3D9.dll, put this in your install directory, and it works perfectly fine. Like,
So-
I shouldn't have to do that.
but
I
it
should not have
depends
to
on
do that.
games, But the 7970, it's a Sapphire. The card I'm looking at is a Sapphire Vapor X 7970 gigahertz edition. I mean, it's a monster of a card.
Yeah, it's a good card.
And- But it's just kind of like, my debate now is really only centered around, do I wait for the next gen and just finish out the rest of my build, or do I just get a
Yep.
card now?
Dude, just get a PS4. Forget it.
I honestly would buy now because you're buying the top of the line card from this generation, which always allows you to skip the next generation. If you had a 580 right now, you'd be able to pass this up until next generation.
That's true. I'm with you on that.
And it's going to save you money in the long run, and you don't play anything that's graphically intensive enough for you to absolutely need the next generation card when it comes out.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. So there you go, guys. If you're debating on a card and you play PlanetSide 2 and World of Tanks, go with
Get a 660 Ti
Go with
Power
Nvidia.
Edition.
yeah. get one of those. But yeah, they still make 570s, but they're getting rare. But that takes so much power. I've ruled out SLI 570s.
Don't do it.
Although they're really good, they are really powerful in
they're
SLI.
good.
But all right, guys, that was it for what we've been doing this week.
Wait. Are we gonna talk about what we've been watching? Can we add that? Did we agree that we're gonna add this?
Go
Because I
ahead,
want to add
yes.
this.
We're
I just
gonna-
want to say Sherlock is just amazing. That's all.
Yeah, it is. You finished it, right?
Oh yeah, I did. It was great.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
watching last season's 24/7 Pens or Flyers Rangers because I missed not having it this year. Like not having 24/7 was the worst.
Series. It's a great
So I'm
series.
just
for
rewatching.
fans.
Anyone else watching anything interesting?
I'm watching Homeland.
Okay, sweet. We can move on.
I'm watching Berserk, which is a really old anime, and the new season of Top Gear, which has been only okay so far, actually. Top Gear UK, of course. For people always ask, US or UK? Like anyone fucking watches Top Gear US. You kidding me?
Yeah, it shouldn't
Come
even
on, dude.
exist.
I love cars. Cars are the best.
So we're gonna take a 90-second commercial break here, and then we'll be we'll be back with the news. So we'll be right back.
You guys see this?
I definitely think that you should buy Hunter a video card for your PC for his birthday.
Does Nick
tomorrow.
have a knife?
Yes,
You see this?
that's a.
Are
Switchblade,
you
man.
scared of
Why-
mopping at the mall? that you
Let's
like
look at this. You want to see this? It's a comb. Yeah, you're all mad.
Okay, I can't wait till you get tased, stabbed, or shot when you actually somebody sees that in your pocket. Switchblade's illegal. Bzzzt, Nick's down.
It's a comb!
Yeah, you're all bad.
Nick is the most
Yeah.
non-threatening person
It's
ever.
so-
Just look at his
That's
face
true.
without facial
Nick
hair.
is,
Look how
unless
mad
you're
you
a
are.
child, he's really not.
Yeah,
threatening.
but see, if he's gravitating towards a playground
then.
in the mall, you know, there's a playground in the middle of the Mall of America. Of course there is. There's a whole
fucking
children-friendly
amusement park,
section. If you see Nick combing his comb over with a switchblade comb over type thing, yeah, he's getting tased. It's happening.
Someone just tase him. Don't ask any questions. Just tase him.
Just tase him, bro.
Is
Just
it weird
tase
to
him.
have the thought that I would like to experience what being tased is like? Because I don't think I'll ever run into the situation where I'll get tased like for doing
That
something
minus
wrong.
I can't wait till we go to
incapacitating you,
PAX.
You're
I
like
was gonna
not really
say,
damaged.
I
out.
will
till we
make
go to
this.
PAX.
I'm gonna make this dream come true. I'm gonna go buy a taser this week, and at PAX, I'm
It's
not
not
even gonna
really
say
a
anything to
dream.
you. I'm not even gonna say anything to you. I'm like, hi Nick, how are you? Just as soon as I see you,
It's not-
bam, right in the
it's
neck.
not a
Just,
dream.
oh god.
It's not a dream. It's just like I'm curious as to what that would feel like.
Like electricity
Curious.
going through your
I don't-
body.
I don't
Just
want
the
the shooting
word.
ones. I don't want the shooting ones because those ones have barbs and those will hurt. I want just
Yeah,
the,
no,
like
you
the.
want the one like I know what you want. I got what you want.
Okay,
I got
Capstar
what you want,
is just
baby.
one. Apparently in Austin, Texas, they have Taseroki, where they tase you if you're bad
Oh
at
my
karaoke.
That's
What a
amazing.
ruse.
I really like
great
that
idea.
place.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to go.
Because
to
I
that.
would do that pretty much every time I've ever gone to karaoke. Everybody would have been tased except me when
That
I
is-
sang Wonderballs.
Except me.
Capstar ended up with burn marks. Wow, you must not. Well, you aren't a good singer. I know that. All right, guys, we're gonna move on into the news. We're gonna start with a quick piece of hardware news that, if you're rich, you'll be interested in.
Hey, I'm
or
thinking
John.
about it. I'm not rich.
So Nvidia unveiled their Titan video card, which is their newest single GPU card. It is $999, and right now there are no versions other than reference versions available. So no matter where you buy it from, it's the same exact thing, same exact cooler, all that stuff. The benchmarks are in with this, and it's slightly worse, as you would kind of think it would be, because it's not technically a new generation, I don't believe. So it's slightly worse than a 690 or SLI 680s, and by slightly I mean seriously slightly, like 10 frames worse than a 690, and it uses less power and it's less noisy. So if you have a lot of money, go ahead. I mean,
I don't, but I'm gonna spend
yeah,
it
but do
anyway.
But it is a monster. It's probably the most powerful single GPU card available now, so by quite a bit. But it's just called Titan. It's not called 600 something, or 700 something. It's got more CUDA cores too, so if you render a lot. It also might.
Yeah,
be
I
something.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, John
That's
makes
good.
tons of YouTube videos.
John renders more than any of us here, even more
John
than me. and I-
John uploaded a video this week, so let's all give him credit. So
It's true. It's true. He did.
And I'll see you guys next year. There's that.
So, moving on though. But if you're interested in that, it's out there now. It is a monster, but there you go. We're gonna talk, of course. This week was the somewhat release stream. Oh my god! What did you? Oh god! What is this business?
nope. Just continue.
All right.
Continue.
Anyway,
Yeah, this
Wow,
is
Nick.
amazing. Are you kidding me?
so the PlayStation 4 was revealed sort of this week, as we didn't actually see the physical device yet.
See the physical device, really.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be a box with a.
We saw the
disc slot.
controller.
We saw the
Saw the
controller, man. It's a
controller.
fucking DualShock again.
DualShock with the screen, man. Come
No, it's
on.
not a screen.
It's a touchpad.
It's a pad.
It's what's on your fucking laptop in the middle of a goddamn PlayStation controller.
We're back to trackpad gaming.
I actually wish.
I love trackpads, man.
I actually wish it had been the trackpad from a Lenovo, just taped, like duct taped, onto a DualShock 2, like just protruding.
Not even the DualShock 3, the DualShock 2.
Yeah, the PlayStation 2 one. Yeah, not even. But basically, here's what we know right now. We know that hardware-wise, it's an
It's a
AMD
computer.
APU 8-core, and actually, this is the same exact processor that is in the Xbox. Same setup, the new Xbox. It's custom made because it runs off 8 gigs of GDDR5, which is typically video card RAM, not system RAM. So it's basically a PC from a couple years ago, as we thought it was going to be. But to me, this wasn't really, watching the announcement, this wasn't really about like this versus PC. I know we're a PC gaming podcast, but it wasn't really about that. I was expecting a lot more, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I guess the focus now seems to be
Social media and like social gaming.
everything. We must partner with Ustream.
They want to take
And-
your entire Facebook friends list and put them in your house. and
Right.
make you
Social
play games
gaming.
together.
Every game is Farmville. You will be spammed. You will be spammed with like everything, ever, and
Yep.
it's just
Well,
gonna be a bad.
The thing
time.
is, I don't care if you have like social stuff in your game because like
Right.
some games are good with like those kinds of things, but it's like like how am I going to explain this? Okay, so like when the Wii came out and people were developing games for the Wii, they would add like cheesy things like waggling your remote and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like some like developers are going to be like, "Oh, the PS4 it really emphasizes share social stuff. So we're going to put some development time towards that."
Well-
Because we feel pressured to add that to our game now.
Right.
Well, I mean, realistically, like personalization is just a fancy word for data mining source pushed ads. So it's just gonna be like advertising all over place.
To that end, John, they also said they will be making a profile view to decide what games they should show you up front and all that kind of stuff.
and that pre-download for you,
Yes.
Yep. Behind the
because
scenes
that's what I
downloading.
want. I would love for you to take up my bandwidth.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
My
rape my
hard drive
bandwidth
space on
without
my
a-
limited
yeah.
hard drive on my device where I
I
can't
wouldn't.
upgrade it.
I would think that they're gonna have an option somewhere where you can disable that, but
Yeah, I would too.
Oh.
if they were
Unplugging
any
it?
kind of smart,
Well, they
I
also
suppose
announced. They also said that the PlayStation 4 will have like a large hard drive, which is about damn time. Like the fact that the 360 launched with what, like a 20 gig hard drive was
It
ridiculous.
didn't launch with a hard
It'll
drive.
be yeah. The original
you could
Xbox
get
360 didn't have one.
I bought one without
Well,
one.
you could get the arcade or the Pro. There was two
I know.
models.
But,
But,
there
like-
will be no models without hard drives. this
Right,
time.
yeah. At least now they'll have like a sizable hard drive. The only
It'll
thing
be
I'll say,
250, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I would say 250 or 500, either one. Because if you buy a billion of them
Well-
at once, they're dirt cheap.
If they're going to keep going the way they're going in terms of like having video services, I would expect them to have more than
Yeah.
at least
I'd agree.
500 to
Yeah.
so you can
I
hold
see, I would
media
agree.
on it.
Yeah.
They
The
have
thing-
to keep costs down though. They don't want to launch that thing for more than $500.
Yeah, they learned.
Well, I
from
mean, you always
PS3.
launch a console at a loss. That's how you do it. Then you make it back with game sales. So.
Yeah, but compared to PS3 was such a difficult launch for them because their things were going for like $600, $700 right when it came out.
Yeah.
It was just painful.
And that's
and
they were losing money on those sales. Like they need to keep that hard drive down to like 500 would be the absolute max. Otherwise, they're going to eat way too much, or they're going to have another $600, $700 launch where nobody's going to buy it. People are just going to be like, I'm going to go buy this Xbox for $399.
Well, what's speculated is the low end one is going to be like $430 at launch.
Right, and that's you got to cap it there. Like that's got to be your high end. The one thing that I'll give Sony, like I thought the press conference was rather unimpressive because it's a PC from 2 years ago. Like my i7 machine is basically
not even like spec related, but like for me, like none of those titles looked interesting.
That was the most disappointing thing for me.
I really loved the kill zone. I love watching more explosions, but there was no door breaching, so of course.
I think the best thing they could have done. The best thing they've done with the PS4, I think it's a really smart idea for them to include a dedicated chip that will do uploads and streaming for video, just like if you had a live gamer in your machine, because that is a lot of gaming is moving towards that, especially like John knows.
I want to bring that up. They showed that you can see your friend's progress while they're playing. I'm like, there has to be an option because some people's internet is just shit. It's just a fact of the infrastructure here.
Specifically in America.
Yeah. But I thought that was a great idea. It's cool that they're implementing that. I just can't see it. I can see this person playing a single player game. Fine, like it doesn't matter. You're playing multiplayer. I'm really not gonna go and be like, oh, look where the. To be honest with you, I would never look where you're at. I don't really care because you're gonna upload it or something.
I'm already fucking incredible. I don't need that advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what they described, it sounded like it would be a thing just like we use now with OBS and Twitch or XSplit or whatever you use, where you turn it on or off. Like, okay, I'm gonna play a session of the new Ratchet and Clank or the new Killzone or whatever, and you go into with I guess it's the share button that's on the back of the control now, and you should be able to turn on like, all right, here's my PlayStation live stream, and it sends it out to like your friends list and says, I'm playing now and come and watch me play if you want to, or you can broadcast it globally, which is like it's a good idea for that console generation. And I feel like if Microsoft doesn't have something similar in the works for the new Xbox, they're probably gonna lose a little bit of an edge there because a lot of people are moving towards that social gaming, like I wanna play with my friends or see what my friends are playing away from where they are.
However, in one of the articles that I put in here, The Verge said that all these cloud features, Jack Tretton, the president and CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment of America, said that those features that we saw at that PS4 reveal are all quote-unquote aspirational on the device. As in, we want to do all this, but the day it ships, this will not all be there.
Wow.
So
that's the exact quote too. That's not even like an embellishment.
Yeah, I think it'll absolutely be there for the device, but I don't know whether it will be there for day one on the device. So essentially, you're trying to sell people on commodities that don't exist. For instance, the streaming of games, which is
the PS3 that too. Like The Verge ran a great article about like the vaporware features of the PS3. Like when it was initially unveiled, the PS3 told you it would do dual screen gaming, where you could plug it had 2 HDMI ports, so you could plug in 2 TVs and span your game across 2. That never happened. Like Sony's great at that.
Fucking baller.
Yeah,
it would have been great.
And the thing that the most baffling feature, okay, and this has been harped on Twitter, and I've said it on streams this week. We've been watching our streams. The feature to have your friend take over for you in the hard part of a game is the dumbest fucking feature ever implemented in video game history. It is so stupid. Why even play the game? If you're just, I can't beat this part. Just come in here and do it for me. Why even play? What feeling of accomplishment will you have? Why even? That's not fun.
No,
that's not fun.
I enjoy having to come back to a game multiple times because there's a difficult part. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you get that sense of pride, like, wow, I accomplished this. Like,
Played fucking World of Warcraft and fucking the original Naxxramas. You think I don't like fucking that thing 500 times? Gothic the Harvester. That was great. I
That
love
was a
that
great
shit.
time. I love repairs.
Like 6 hours, 5 nights a week, just wiping to the same fucking thing over and over again. It's awesome. I want that again.
Can I tell you guys my favorite part about the entire presentation? It was when Square Enix showed us the tech demo that they showed at E3 2012. The same exact tech demo.
and then said, we have one more thing to show you at E3.
At E3.
So the big positive though to take away from this, and Hex brought this up on Twitter, and I hadn't even thought about this.
Neither did I. It was brilliant.
Even though it made tons of fucking sense, is that
Every once in a while, I have a good idea, okay? Occasionally it
it was
happens.
baffling that Hex said this. Is that now both consoles are going to be based off x86 architecture, which means that PC ports should be very, very easy and beyond exclusivity of like contractually for a game.
Right.
There is literally no reason why you can't port anymore because
Yeah,
there will
like-
be no difficulty at all. None.
Like, you're not going to see Gran Turismo 6 on the PC, but, like, any third-party developer that does Sony stuff or Xbox stuff that's, normally you might see those 6-month exclusivity things that we see now with DLC, but it's the same exact fucking architecture. So if you're developing a game, you would be stupid not to just run your compiler for PC, 'cause it's like,
You're looking at a 1 week port
Right.
instead of like 3 to 6 months. It takes
Right.
no effort.
Yep. So you can basically
Somebody
if
will
you-
fuck it up.
Yeah,
They will.
somebody will fuck it up, but you can do a half-assed port now and have it be totally functional, like right away. And there's there may be maybe you don't include all the options, but now at least I know your game will most likely work right away.
And as
So-
long as you give us the ability to fix your shitty PC ports, I'm all for you giving us your shitty PC ports. Look at Dark Souls.
Yep.
No longer a shitty PC port.
Yep. So it can happen. It's going to make it easier, and of course, obviously, yes, it's older tech now, but now they can do more things with games. So you will see PC games also push ahead because of that. Even the ones that aren't ported well will just be flat out look better and be better because we have a new gen of consoles.
It's nice to have 8 gigs of RAM rather than what did the PS3 have?
512?
Or did the
512
PS3 have
megs, yeah.
512 or the Xbox 360 has 512? I know that.
They both had really little. They both
Oh.
had under a
I
gig
think
for
the
sure.
Xbox had a hardware revision and maybe had a gig or 756 or something. By the
The
end.
first Xbox 360 had 256 megs of usable RAM.
Yes.
I love 1993.
Technology.
Yeah, I loved when they were like, just because we're PC gamers for the most part, it's just like particle effects, and I was like, yeah,
Why
I love
that?
cool.
GeForce
for
2.
like 5 years. I don't
Where's
know.
my fucking
blue
Batman
things?
Arkham City physics at? Come
yeah,
on.
where's my physics engine? Too bad.
Watching
AMD.
those blue things fall from the sky was like I laughed so hard when they did that little tech demo.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is next gen. We've
is so
seen this
cute.
for a long time on PC.
Yeah.
You're not impressing anybody. I just imagine like all of the 13 or 14-year-olds like, oh man, all the new games are gonna be so great.
It's just better for us because PC hardware is still getting cheaper.
Yeah, all the time.
Every generation is getting cheaper. So eventually these people are going to be like, yeah, it's time.
And
even
go
if we're
ahead,
gonna sit here and slam, console games, I'm still kind of happy because it's like there's still gonna be good games that come out of
There
this.
are,
So.
no.
PS3
doubt,
had
dude.
the best exclusives for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh,
For
absolutely.
sure.
Oh yeah,
And
they
now,
have
some of
fantastic.
these exclusives might not be exclusives anymore, which means I have something to be really excited
No, there
about.
is that
Unless
definite
Sony's like,
possibility of that.
we're gonna lock you down.
Well,
which
like
is-
for instance, The Witness, which we'll talk about in a little bit, is PS4 exclusive for only to PS4, but on PC it's coming out the same day as PS4. So
Oh, is it really?
yeah,
There will be a lot of exclusives to console.
he clarified. Yeah, it's going to be
That's-
exclusives between, as John I think was going to say, PS4 will have its exclusive and Xbox will have its exclusives, but a lot of those will come out on PC on the same day. So
basically, what they're saying is we are a higher class of people when it comes to gaming. We don't get classified.
No, they're saying
in
that you guys have more money and you'll buy our shit.
yeah,
That's what
Yeah,
they're saying.
but I like to think
That's
they're
it.
saying that we're a higher class of people. We're We're more human than the other.
Whatever helps you sleep at night. Whatever.
That's what always confused me with the people that are like, oh, piracy is such a big problem on PC. Well, yeah, I mean, people pirate games, but you make a good game for a PC gamer, we'll buy it every single fucking time. Like,
that's kind of true.
Skyrim.
I
don't know
all the
anybody
boners.
that didn't buy
I know people
Skyrim.
who pirate
What?
who bought Skyrim instead. Like they pirate like everything, bought Skyrim.
I don't know anybody who doesn't at least own the game.
Yeah.
It's because it's an amazing game. And the mods for it make it even more amazing.
So the speaking of the hardware, PC Gamer, if you want to take a look at this sometime, we'll put a link in the description when we put this on the audio version. They made just a little guide as to what an equivalent PC would cost, and it was roughly $600 for an equivalent PC. Although I think their PC would actually be a little better because it has a GeForce GTX 660 in it, which, in my opinion, gives it a bit of an edge. But
yeah,
I'm guessing their video card will be like the equivalent of like a 560 Ti tops. That would be my guess.
Something like that. I think it's an A10 APU. Capsar might. I don't know if he can actually say. It's custom as well. I mean, it's not like you can't buy the APU they're using. It's a cut, but it has to be based off some architecture that already exists. So. But there you go, guys. PS4 released. We won't have anything new as far as consoles until April, which Xbox is having an event in April, unless something leaks before then. But we'll keep our eyes out on that. Moving on to some quick pieces of news, a couple of which came from the PS4 reveal, which were cool. Watch Dogs, new footage, but also that footage was running on a PC. People were like, it looks amazing!
Was it really?
PC. Yeah, it was.
That's awesome.
But the multiplayer was explained a little bit. And it sounds batshit insane, and also I don't know how it's actually going to work. So we knew that there was multiplayer in Watch Dogs within the single-player game. So, but you wouldn't be like playing together. That was kind of the gist. In that, if you have like this hacking ability in that game to control all systems, like stoplights, things like that, you can actually have someone else playing multiplayer with you who can fuck up the game for you. Which like,
the demo was actually like the people at the PS4 demo. There were 2 people playing that game, and only Kotaku apparently caught on to it because they asked about it afterwards and were like, "You're the first people to realize that." Like, yeah, we had 2 people playing that, and it shows how dynamic the game is.
Yeah. So you can affect other people's missions, and they were like kind of very vague on purpose as to how that's actually going to get implemented. But like.
Looks incredible.
Yeah, it looks really cool, but also I'm just kind of, I don't know. I don't want Nick to come in and troll my game.
I will say I'm very skeptical of that game because it gives me the same feeling that watching the demo for the first Assassin's Creed did, where like, oh, it's so easy, it looks so elegant, and just like it's so easy to do. It's just so easy to assassinate people in this game. Like it's just so natural, guys. Like that's what that Watch Dogs demo looked like to me. Like, he was doing all this stuff super easy because it's orchestrated. People, they run through that stuff, that specific scenario.
Right.
So
yeah, why don't you tell that to the motherfucker that was playing Killzone 3 or whatever that was? Because he surely wasn't practicing that before that demo, because that was just horrid.
Good thing they put invulnerability on those people.
God, those exclusives were terrible.
All I gotta say is Chicago. That's it.
So we also got to see Jonathan Blow, the guy who created Braid, which is a fantastic game, in my opinion. A little too hard for my brain to comprehend the whole thing, but it's a fantastic game.
Dude, you're just not smart enough for Braid.
I am not smart enough for Braid. I fully admit that.
You're a child.
God damn it. So his new game, The Witness, had its first official trailer, and as we just talked about a little bit ago, it was at the PS4 reveal. But then they came out on the blog, the dev blog for The Witness, and said, don't worry, PC gamers, it's coming out the same day. PS4 and PC is coming out the same day. Xbox won't get it for a month after. So he essentially got exclusivity money for PS4. The game was already coming out on PC. That was already a thing. But it's 25 hours of gameplay, according to him, and it's on one small island. And for people who played PC games in 1993, like me, this seems very, very familiar to another game, and legendary PC game, Myst, which was the first game with it's high-res graphics wasn't even a word then, but they were the best graphics, period, at the time.
Yeah.
And it was a great game. I loved Myst.
Nice. Please don't talk about Moji products in front of Hex. He might say that Halo didn't do anything for anyone. So
It didn't do anything for anyone
God,
except make me want to kill
Why did you do
things.
this, Nick? But
yeah,
so
Halo
That's
2
great,
did
dude.
nothing.
I love easy mode in shooters. It's
Oh,
awesome.
nice. Halo 2 did nothing for any game ever. So.
Nick takes over the KBMOD podcast and makes it self-destruct. You're just
I
trying
am
to
you
kill
are
everything.
the worst Brandon ever. So the Witness looks really cool, though. I'm totally down with a new age type Myst. I remember that too, dude. In the chat, I can remember printing off pages of hints for Myst. I definitely did that on ye old dot matrix printer back in the day. But yeah, so I'm totally down with the Witness. I think it'll be really cool. Obviously launching whenever PS4 launches, holiday 2013. So keep your eyes out on that. And then last up, we have Ubisoft reaching out the hand of peace to PC gamers once again, saying they want to improve their relationship with PC gamers.
Then stop
You
making
probably
PC
should.
games.
You really only need
That might be a good idea.
You got rid of most of your DRM. You might want to do the last thing you really need to do, which
Get
is
rid of
just
Uplay?
get rid of Uplay completely. Except in a weird act of non-peace with PC gamers, Uplay is becoming another Origin/Steam. For those people, I didn't put that in the
Don't-
doc, but this just
don't
reminded
do
me of
it.
it.
No, you don't have enough franchises to do that. Just
I love
don't.
distribution systems. I love having 5 of them. I want more distribution
Yeah,
systems.
so
please.
Ubisoft, this one will not. They said it's just going to be. It's essentially just another moneymaker. They're hoping.
What I
from.
think Ubisoft should do to be successful is they need to put a client out that's based on Adobe Air and add microtransactions
I swear
and call
to
it
God,
and
Nick,
call it B points.
You.
I love
And
all
release skins.
this. Tons of skins.
Pay for skins, just $36 a skin. That's
What I don't understand is how Ubisoft got EA to allow them to distribute their games, but fucking they took their games off of Steam.
Yeah.
Like
Wait,
you
they
know
took
EA
their
no
games
no
off?
no
No,
no
he's saying
EA
EA.
games on Steam,
Oh.
but they're on Uplay. Like what the fuck is wrong with you?
how dumb do you have to be?
I don't
Like,
want to
You
sell
play
these
gave them a hand
copies.
job at one point, and they just owed them a favor. So
Yeah.
they're just making sure
So-
they do that.
What we really needed though was a third distribution.
oh,
service.
definitely. Origin's
did.
shitty enough, so
Can Ubisoft like afford to do this?
no.
Well, I mean, Uplay
Like,
already
I'm not-
exists. You just
Oh,
put
not
a
even-
store-
Ubisoft, they make so many games. They have tons
Yeah,
of money.
but are they like EA size where EA can like
They're pretty
they can
damn
afford
big, dude.
they can afford to make Origin
Tell-
suck when it comes out.
Tell that to EA's stock prices.
Well,
Those are in the toilet, sort of. Not
Not
the
sort of.
AMD toilet, but
Not
they're
really, sort of.
They've taken a dump.
yeah.
Let
But Uplay is essentially. I think they're just slapping a storefront on Uplay is what they're gonna do.
Great.
So-
That sounds like a great
Like
idea.
nothing's gonna be exclusive to it at all. It's just they're just like, hey, if you see this, you might want to buy something. Like, it's essentially what it's gonna be. So
I don't understand.
I don't know.
Origin's gotten a little bit better though.
It is
which
better.
nice.
It's
like
it's
it's
better.
more tolerable.
it's definitely like improved a lot, at least resource wise, loading wise. Like it's not intrusive anymore.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
agree
so
with
bad. It's not as good as Steam, but it's not like the crippling option that it once was. So
Right, I would agree with that.
I don't mind opening it. So
Crysis 3 is also on the other side when you open it, so that's not
true.
too bad. So, all right, guys, we will be running a 90-second break here, and then we'll be back with your Twitter questions.
Fuck Origin.
It just goes in.
nice.
after-
Tell me more, you child.
These
Start with
Twitter
Nick.
questions are fucking baffling me. Like I have no answers to a couple of them, and I've just been racking my brain. This
I don't even
entire
look
time.
at them. I don't look at them beforehand. I just look blind.
That's actually the best way to do it, just to go in blind.
I don't look at anything in the fucking doc. So
I know, dude. You're really fucking great.
I'm the best.
Well, you're better than
Brandon.
Scott.
The best
you're here.
Brandon.
I'm the Brandon this podcast deserves.
but not the one it needs.
Not the one it needs right now.
So we should have emoticons soon.
Nice.
Yeah, please.
I did not get
I
one
sent the
from
bump today. I
Garrison.
felt bad, John. I felt bad.
Guess they're pending approval. So
Oh no! What the fuck?
Hex's face will be deemed inappropriate and not used.
It's very quiet right
All right, there we go.
There we go.
Got my contribution on the bottom there.
Whoa,
Oh.
that was weird.
now. What?
I lost all sound for no reason.
Yeah, so did I. I was thinking,
Yeah,
So did I.
so did I.
like, oh, okay.
Minnesota, Midwest, all that sound here.
That's
Everyone's
weird.
very quiet. Okay.
All right, it's back though. So
Yay.
I'm ignoring Hex's
Uh
poke.
oh.
Yeah, you should because I have an auto poke.
Yeah,
script.
you have a script because you're a fucking child.
that was mostly just to piss off Ross. I'm gonna remove it tomorrow.
Nice, you're unfriended.
Mark's gonna have to do more editing. Don't worry, people watching live. But what just happened?
Did you break it, dude?
No, I'm
Too
having
strong.
this. Come on. Yes. Okay, I'm just starting a second recording.
Podcast too strong, dude.
It just
Ha, ha, ha.
the Pamela window just froze, like the numbers froze. But I think we're back. So, all right, Twitter time. So this first one is from @K9Hadouken, who I'm hoping doesn't murder us with knives on the way to PAX.
Dude, he's sleeping in my house. He's sleeping in my house because
Well, if you
Bob
don't make it in
volunteered
the
me.
morning, we know.
If I don't make it to PAX, if Hadouken shows up in my house and no one ever hears from me again, I want you to know that fucker stabbed me with one of his custom knives in my sleep.
20 years later, we found out that Nick Fenton hired K9. Residual sperm found on his couch.
So,
That could be anyone's. It could be
K9
mine.
and
It could be
Hex's
Nick's.
K9 in Hex's house with Nick's switchblade comb.
Oh god.
it's like the worst game of Clue
Shot first.
ever.
Figured it out.
So this first question pertains to the crappy shutdown, actually, of 1UP and GameSpy. But is it true KBMOD 3.0 shut down 1UP and GameSpy overnight?
No GameSpy is just sad, man.
I know.
So many games used GameSpy.
It is a sad. There's a third one too involved in that shutdown. I forget what the name.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. So the guys who own IGN and all of those, Ziff Davis Media, I believe,
Yeah.
have shut
I-
down.
The funny story about this is IGN once acquired Ziff Media, just so you know.
And then
That's
Ziff,
actually yeah, and then Ziff acquired all of IGN.
I don't understand anything about the video game business.
So they shut down 3 sister sites of IGN. So, R.I.P. That kind of sucks. Well, they're not shut down yet. They're winding them down, quote unquote, from the letter they sent. So that actually sucks.
Man, Pope stepping down and no 1UP. Duh, what the fuck's happening
What
with
the
this
fuck
world?
is going on? So it's not true that we shut them down. We in fact know who shut them down. It was Ziff Davis Media. Ironically, once acquired by the people that it shut down. So there you go.
Also,
it was actually
new
JD
contributors to
2020.
KBMOD.com. No relation whatsoever.
It was JD 2020? My God.
Yeah. He streamed it all on YouTube overnight.
Overnight. Chezz is for Pope. Yeah, we'll get Chezz as Pope. It's only a matter of time.
It's gonna happen. Don't worry about it.
So up next, Hawk Danny asks, if you had to be a dollar store item, what would you be?
Summer's Eve douche. Done.
See, I don't know brands of things inside of dollar stores,
They
but
don't
you
have
can
brands. That's the thing.
Yeah, but you can rest assured that you can find anything in a dollar store. So anything that you can think of, you can probably.
I would be nice air freshener. It's just called nice, and it's an air freshener.
Nice.
Nice. You know, it smells nice. And
every time it like poofs out a little bit of the air freshener, it just says along with it.
It smells like
One
corn
time
niblets
in
and
high
whiskey.
school-
It smells terrible.
One time in high school, I bought a foam sword from the dollar store, and then I had 3 other people in my car, and then at red lights, I would hold the sword. I was driving, too, and I would hold the sword out the window, and I'd scream at the people at the red light like I was, like, their leader and stuff. And, like, when it turned green, I would yell charge and stuff, and I was yelling at people in the left turn lane to flank. It was just great. So I'd be a foam sword.
Well, someone just said there are pregnancy tests at the dollar store. I don't know if that's the
Oh,
source
they're
you want,
just that one.
you want to be
Because of
going
that.
to.
There's way too many things at the dollar store.
You know what
that
the
we should
dollar
probably
store-
even discuss.
You know what the dollar store pregnancy test is? It's a used pregnancy test.
Peed on by someone else. Oh shit, this already has a result. Oh no.
Or they're all like
Shit,
they're
that
all
lady-
just
My
sharpied on-
destiny's been predetermined. What the fuck?
They're all just like sharpied on negative signs.
They have some guy in the back of the dollar store just going through each one.
It's all it is.
Job
It's a,
sucks.
man, it's a man peeing on it.
It's a box of popsicle sticks with negative and positive signs on them. Sharpie.
And you just give them to your
And it
to
still
your,
has like the joke on it from the
They've got the juice stains and stuff. Oh god.
Oh god.
The dollars. You like hepatitis?
Yeah. I love the dollar store food because you know that shit is not.
Dude,
what
my
you
dollar
want.
store has Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
I'll buy pop from the dollar store. There's Dollar
Yeah.
General right across from my parents' house. I go over there and buy like fucking 40 bottles of orange soda for like $3.50.
Exactly.
They were actually 33 cents a bottle. I'm not kidding.
That is retarded.
Those are
Fantastic.
things that are in containment. It's just other things that are more open to
Yeah.
elements and handling and just sitting in your house for 7
Yeah,
years.
I would never buy lunch
don't
meat
know.
from the dollar store.
Lunch meat from the dollar.
Best if used by last year.
You get gum at the dollar store too, because you get like 10 packs of juicy fruit for $1. It's amazing. That's my tip. Pro tip.
Pro
Protein.
dollar store tips from Nick Fenton.
Nick Fan.
Tuna salad from the dollar store. Oh,
Seafood from the dollar store is probably the worst thing
my
I could
God.
think of.
Wow.
If you were gonna get
I like
fish
I'm
or
a fan of sea
shrimp,
monkeys. Like,
these aren't shrimp, are they?
That's where they keep all of the nice air fresheners, because if they just let it go free, you can smell the fish when you walk into the store and you never
You know
buy it.
exactly where the seafood section is because it's just this huge spam chorus of nice, 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 nice.
Is the brand for the shrimp nice too? Nice shrimp?
nice. Technically, brine shrimp are shrimp.
Nice brand shrimp. I prefer nice.
Honestly,
I
though,
feel-
if I had to be any dollar store item, I would be the perp skirt that's in the clerk's pocket that the guy is selling at the dollar store.
I'm gonna start a clothing line for the dollar store, and my brand is gonna be called Decent.
What kind of pants are those? Just some decent pants.
ass pants for the dollar store.
Or maybe doable. Doable would be
Workable. Workable
Workable
pants.
workable.
Or the cave workable.
Or maybe just go like straight up like not awful.
Okay.
These aren't bad. These aren't bad pants. So, next, Mr. Wicked Rhyme asks, if you could have sex with any god, which one would it be?
Sun Wukong, Smite.
Fucking a monkey with
Always-
drumsticks. And I want to watch that.
You want to watch it?
Yeah.
You're hoping John makes a porno with Sun Wukong?
I will purchase said porno. Without thinking about it. Lil B is the obvious answer, though.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Obvious choice.
Little B is the obvious answer.
Yeah. Although he's not gay. So,
If he's a god, I don't think it matters.
yeah, you're probably
But he
right.
loves everyone. He does
I,
it for.
I'm gonna say Jesus. I don't know.
Jesus?
Jesus counts. Just I'm gonna fuck Jesus
But-
because it
but
would be
then-
amazing.
But little B looks like Jesus, so then in turn you are fucking the base god.
All right. So my answer is little B. Then
In the end, all your answers are Lil B.
Yeah, I was gonna say
know
everything we say is gonna somehow be traced back to Little B and how he loves us. And Little B signed that. Little B
This
signed
is
it,
six-
saying that he loves
6 degrees from little B.
Jesus? Oh yeah, Jesus and Little B were brothers, so 1 degree.
Nick is looking really upset, Alice.
I really want to figure out which one I want.
He's thinking really hard about it. I don't know, dude. Zeus's beard is pretty great, but I bet that barbed penis is gonna fucking suck.
The obvious answer is Aphrodite. Obviously.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Goddess of love.
But I'm gonna go with Dionysus because he's the god of parties. So
Nice. So
There's
you
a
really
god
high.
of-
So
he's the god
before-
of parties
Oh.
and drunkenness,
he's just Andrew WK.
pretty much.
All right, I'm in. I'm in. I'm going for a Hindu god because they got that Kama Sutra going
Oh.
for him.
Good call.
And
good call.
Vishnu has like 6 arms, dude. That could get legit.
That's the
Well,
worst
I'm
fisting you've
legitimate.
ever had.
Every orifice.
I was legitimately thinking of one, but it turns out she's just a nymph, Calypso. But I remember her specifically because of the TV version of the Odyssey, and Calypso was this really fucking gorgeous black woman, and I was like, yeah, if she's a god, then I'll go with that. But turns out no, she's just a nymph. So
Nice.
She's
Yeah.
not the best.
Sorted.
A
basically, it's
nymph
not
is,
good enough.
might as well be a god.
Nice try,
Yeah,
nice
man.
try. Little B still loves you. Don't worry about it.
Little B loves all the nymphs.
All right.
Unless you're a child.
God damn it. At Flanlord asks if you could have any one ability, skill, attribute, power from any video game, what would it be,
Shit.
and what would you use it for?
I'd be Ditto from Pokemon. Yeah, see ya, kids.
I'd have Sleight of Hand Pro so I could quick scope.
You would. You get the intervention with that.
No,
Or-
I'd buy one. I'd buy one if I had
Buy
Sleight of Hand Pro.
intervention.
See, I was gonna say I'd get Cloak from like Crysis, but then I'm like, how many assassinations am I doing per year? The numbers are pretty low, so I don't really think that's that much.
No,
Doing
But
that
how
many
many
assassinations.
Peeping Tom events are you going to? Events.
That's,
how many naked neighbors are you spying on? That's the question.
It really comes down to that. Little B loves me either way, so it doesn't really matter in the end.
The nanosuit is only limited by your mind, you could say.
It's
That's
true.
fair.
That is true.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I got nothing for this. It's too many out there.
John wants to quick scope, but
There's
I
so
want
many
to
perks.
so I have to get
So many attachments. There's just
Yeah, I mean,
there's just so much sway that doesn't.
I would
exist
just like a
anymore.
red dot site.
wait.
That's what I would like.
No, Mark. I know what Mark wants. Mark's power would be painkiller already. Got you, kid.
It's so bad. Shouts from Skyrim, not a bad call, chat. Fuss Roda, people who are pissing you off. That's not a bad call.
yeah, just you blast them across. I would say, I think I would want the that cape from Mario 3. That's what I want. I want to be able to, or from Super Mario World rather.
Maybe
I want
try
that.
playing a good game, kid. See
Wow.
ya.
How bad
Wow,
would it be if you had Dead Man's Hand and just blew up the entire floor of a hospital? Every time somebody died, they fucking the whole floor off. That'd be the worst.
It's just dead
Awful.
man's
No one would
hand.
go into healthcare.
The ability to
Oh,
slow
hell.
time like Max Payne would be sweet.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say bullet time.
But does
Rich.
that only happens when you're killing people?
No, it only
Yeah, dude,
happens when you're jumping.
That's
It
only in
only
Max
happens
Payne that only happens. But IRL, you could do that whenever you wanted.
Yeah, you're
It's-
eating a delicious hot dog, like one from a
Full
NASCAR
slow
event.
time.
So a cop's pulling you over, you slow down time, walk over to his car, shit, place it in his mouth, and then get back in your
I
vehicle.
was thinking maybe you could just drive away, but that's a much better answer.
Just pay the ticket, but poop in his mouth.
Yeah, also leave the ticket. Yeah. I think the grappling hook from Just Cause 2, which was suggested by chat, is
That's
an
a good
excellent
one.
thing because that thing makes you also defy physics and able to
right.
withstand falls from thousands of feet with no damage.
As you launch a thing and pull yourself at the ground faster, you don't
Yeah.
do any
Yeah,
damage.
and then you
so-
just land on your feet because it's cool. That's
cool.
Just Cause 2 grappling hook. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. I'll be down with that. Those are all good answers. The nanosuit, Chezz. I'm telling you, you're
Maybe
not giving
like
enough
the
credit.
ability to go on like small beans. That'd be good too.
That's yeah.
All right, up next, Pat's fan 9278 wants to know, what's your favorite rap song that's not by Lil B?
That I've never thought about this.
Forgot about Dre.
Shots
about
by
Dre.
Lil Jon.
Forgot about Dre.
Yeah.
Regulators by Warren G.
That's good.
I don't.
Regulators is such a good song.
I have to think
Based
about this one.
APL Andre Agassi.
I need time. I need time.
Currently, I would say it's Same Love from Macklemore.
Ooh, Macklemore's good. I like Macklemore.
I don't listen to hip hop.
I listen to
I mean,
Wu-Tang
Forgot
quite
About Dre
a
is
bit,
like the
I'll be
best
honest.
answer there is. So, like, after that, everyone else loses.
Nope, I got mine. It's Jump by Criss Cross.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. Okay, you win. Never mind.
Gravel Pit by Wu-Tang is also up there. Wu-Tang's sweet.
Triumph by Wu-Tang is
Triumph
really up
is
there.
a good song. It is. Protect Your Neck. There's many. Cream.
Yeah, there's a lot of, but I'm gonna go with Big L. I think I'm gonna go. I don't know. Size 'Em Up is always a classic. I've been listening to that for many years, but I don't know. I think it's either
No
Size 'Em Up or
Gambino,
MVP.
Nick.
Ruthless Badger with a good one. Switch by Will Smith.
Miami.
First one in, last one out the club.
Bouncing
First
in
in
the club,
there,
and when the
passing
heat
out
is
in the
on,
club.
all night on the beach till the break of dawn. Welcome to Miami, San Benito, Ami. Sorry.
Even John
know.
is like disgusted after he did.
I know
hates
all
himself a
I
little
know
more
all
now.
the words to that and getting jiggy with it. So
Oh, the Space
There's-
Jam theme.
there's
Yeah, Space
that.
Jam thing is the best.
Kel Cypher, Space Jam theme. That's a good
Hey,
one.
you, what you gonna do?
No, Rough Riders, DMX, get it, get wrecked.
Jesus. So this next question, it doesn't even apply anymore because Garrettson's not here. @_Sally asks, if you had to assemble a human centipede with Dan, APL, John, Hex, and Garrettson, where are you putting everyone and why?
So, I've actually got an answer for this. So,
I also have an answer.
I've really thought about this.
okay, so
I've
let's see.
masturbated about this about 7 times this evening, so I've got an answer all worked out.
I think John has the lesser of all of the beards, so I'd put him in the front, and then everybody else would be able to tickle each other's assholes very well with their beards. So I think that would be a nice setup.
Well played, John.
At
Nice job
least
That
thinking
means
ahead of
Garrett's
this
in
one.
the back.
Just go,
That means
maybe
Garrett's
just go
in the back.
descending beards.
Descending
So
beard.
Garrettson's last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like Dan and then, or no, it's John and then Dan.
Jared's beard in
And then
person
Josh,
is much
and then
more impressive than
Chris, and
anybody
then-
knows.
Yeah, it's true.
It's an incredible fucking beard.
You just like
It's out of this world.
stare at it, and it's like, what am I?
You get lost in it.
Tonight,
Painting.
tonight
Like a
in
good
my
thing.
centipede, APL is the last. He's far and away. He's getting everyone's shit.
This is a bad situation because there's 5 people, so there's technically like in a 3-person human centipede, there's only one person that has to be attached to a butt and has someone attached to their butt. But in this situation, there's 3 people that have that, and that's the worst. You may
Have you,
may
seen Human Centipede 2?
I have seen
It
the
is
cover.
a 12-person centipede.
What is it? Humans in V2, like it's a mega strain or something.
No. Human Centipede 2. Okay, this is how bad this movie is, alright? So the first movie, yes, it's ridiculous.
I
and
know the
retarded,
plot of it.
but
It's
the
amazing.
first movie is like an actual, yes, it's a stupid plot, but there's a plot. You know, there's a mad scientist, he wants to make a human centipede. It's just a horror movie. It's, you know, gore, shock, horror movie. The second movie, they didn't even try. It's the same writers. The second movie, the premise is it's a dude who's a fan of the first movie becomes obsessed and wants to make a 12-person human centipede.
That could be
That's
real. There's only one person that liked the movie.
It's true.
That's true. But
Murder solved.
yeah, murder solved. He was the only one who bought this. All right. Yeah, that is Human Centipede 2. That is the plot.
So, what are our answers? Because I have one. If anybody else
well, I'm
wants
putting APL at the end. I'm obviously putting me at the front. I mean,
Right,
that's-
everyone puts themselves at the front.
Yeah,
obviously.
you're obviously putting yourself at the front. And then I'll put John behind me, and I'll put Hex.
That is the worst thing to say on to ever.
The best
would like-
reaction is that,
I
though.
would choose this man to be inside of my butt.
I want John to be in my butthole, and then I want Hex to be inside his butt. and then Garrettson is after Hex, and then APL is last.
I would do basically the same, except I would swap me and Dan, and that would be. It's like, well, actually, no. It would be me, and then Dan, and then John, and then Garrettson, and then Scott. That's
From an outside source, someone who's not involved. It's descending beards. It's as simple as that. You know?
I
Clean
have
shaven. You're at the front of the centipede. Simple as that.
my answer.
What happens if you have? Oh fuck! I just lost it.
Well, I'm gonna say
Go
what
ahead,
my
Nick.
answer is, and my answer is we're not gonna make a centipede. We're gonna turn this into a feces fan, like an old Chinese fan. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take Scott, John, Dan, and Garrettson, and we're gonna funnel all of their buttholes into Hex's one mouth.
What the fuck?
So
I'm
that's
sorry, Hex. Sorry, dude.
Why?
John
What did I
left.
ever do to you,
Now, how
Nick?
are you going to
John
accomplish
won't
this?
be
Are you
involved.
going to-
And it's
Are you
it's called a fan because they will all be kind of angled in towards
Are
his
you
mouth.
are you going to gape Hex's mouth open so wide that he actually can fit all of them in, or are you going to create a
Dislodge
funnel?
his jaw. It's fine.
We're gonna take
We'll
we're gonna take
figure it out
skin,
PAX
we're gonna
East.
take skin grafts off of Hex, and then we're gonna make a
My
skin
God.
funnel.
Wow,
That's
you're
gonna
going really. I'm kind of terrified to stay in the same hotel with you at this point. I'm getting a little bit
Is it
scared.
weird that I had never read that question until it came up, and that was my first thought?
Yeah, that's
Funneling
funny.
everyone into
The
one.
thing earlier I said where I was gonna tase you at PAX, that was a joke earlier. Now I'm gonna fucking tase you at PAX out of sheer fear that you might stitch my face into someone else's rectum.
You know what?
Not
That's
just-
assuming
not
that
just someone,
Someone else's
some
horrible-
people's.
you have to realize me and Nick
Prolapsed
Fenn.
anus just funneled into my face.
We're bordering on the definition of a crowd of people going into your mouth.
This is a gathering of ass.
Me and Nick are the only ones safe for PAX. Honestly, John, you guys are more likely to get stabbed and killed by K9 than, you know, it's just as simple as that. Me and Nick will arrive in Boston. We'll be like, oh, nice, dude. We got this two rooms. It's nice and comfy. We each get our own room. What happened to everybody? I don't know. Maybe they'll be here in the morning. Yeah, you're all dead. Get wrecked,
If
kids.
this is what's
K9
gonna
shows
happen,
up.
if Nick is gonna sew 4 people's prolapsed anuses into my mouth, I hope to God
Wait. Is
K9
John
kills me in my
parachute?
sleep.
John's wearing pajama pants.
No, I'm pretty sure he's wearing parachute pants.
They're
They're,
pajama.
they're penguin pajama pants. Penguins.
those are
There's little
those are
penguins on them.
parachute pants, man.
So,
He is MC Hammer.
so moving on. I don't know how we're moving on from that. Hex certainly isn't moving on,
Just
but the rest of
go.
us can.
Just go. Please, God, just go.
No, I'm.
You all right, John?
Oh God.
My sneeze went away.
Okay. I thought you were having a heart attack.
Pizza shit
But-
sneeze.
All right, next question. Last 2 questions here. At JJ Northridge asks, if you could make an Oscar category and nominate yourself in it, what would it be? But I think we should just shorten this to making a new Oscar category. I think that's better.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know, man. I would make one for best Michael Bay film of the past year.
I would make one for actress I would most enjoy urinating on.
That's a broad spectrum, so that doesn't mean hottest. That just means one.
Can we just make a new Oscar category for best titties in a movie? Like
best framing of titties?
yeah, no, not even best framing. Just in general through the entire film, their tits were just like, man, good
Those
job,
are good tits. Yeah,
Good on you,
solid
man.
cinematography and everything. What a great tit shot is what.
And
we're
the winner of that award is Mrs. Weasley. Done.
Oh my god. Oh my
What?
god. I'd actually go with McGonagall, to be honest.
Wait, there was a James Bond movie this year, so you got to go with M, right?
Yeah. Judi Dench, dude. Judi Dench titties are powerful and stern.
Can we change this question to what Harry Potter characters you want to pee on you?
Ginny Weasley.
I think best use of Ryan Gosling in a film is a solid category. That's true.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Best, but
Oh,
don't know.
wait, I know. Back to the peeing Harry Potter question. I have my answer, my own question. My answer is Nagini.
You don't want Dumbledore? You don't want to go for Dumbledore, man?
I'm
Just
going with Voldemort. Get mad. Go with Voldemort.
Whoa!
Whoa,
You should not be named peeing right on your face.
Sorry, was I not
Chezz-
supposed to say his name or some shit? I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. Wow, dude. Yeah, have you no respect for?
My apologies for the.
Snape urinates on Dumbledore. Spoilers.
Oh,
If you look in the mirror and say Voldemort 3 times, he will pee on you.
He just shows up, unzips his fly, and just goes.
and-
Voldemort's Patronus is R. Kelly.
I wonder, just like when the R. Kelly peeing on people thing is not going to be funny anymore, because it's still funny.
Yeah.
and it's like 4 years now.
No, it's way more than 4.
It's
dude.
been way more
It's
than 4
really
years.
old.
It's
Yeah.
almost like 10 years. It's
When I
gotta
was in
be.
college
Really?
is when
It's not
the,
10.
the
It's really
Chappelle
long.
Show joke thing came out. Was when I was
Yeah.
in college.
Like,
So like 05, 06.
Jesus
All right, it's
Christ.
getting close. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
Almost
no, because let's see.
2002, I think.
It
Chappelle
doesn't
Show
even
stopped
matter,
in
dude, because that
2003.
girl's like 24 now, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Is that not the way it
was never a
works?
problem, man. It was never a problem, dude. She's 24 now.
It's not a problem anymore, yeah.
February
The
3rd
fact
of
that she's an adult
2002.
now just forgives everything.
2002. Holy
did to her.
shit.
It actually forgives R. Kelly completely.
On February 3rd, 2002, a video allegedly showing Kelly engaging in sex with and urinating on an allegedly underage woman surfaced.
What year was that?
2002. We
Yeah,
passed
but-
the 11-year anniversary.
Shit.
Man, I didn't even celebrate last year. Motherfucker.
There are possibly kids listening to this podcast right now who did not know that R. Kelly possibly peed on somebody because it was
There
before
are
they were born.
probably
Wait.
people listening to this podcast who didn't know R. Kelly was an artist.
So, podcast. We should change the title of podcast 78 to R. Kelly urination special.
Wow. All right.
2002.
2002.
Wow.
We're
Damn.
old. I'm old.
So Nick was like 4 years old, and
Yeah.
the rest of us were.
I was actually the underage woman, so
Well,
I have the GoPro video.
I
to
may have
prove it.
appeared in a video. I know.
I had a GoPro on my forehead the whole time too. I have the POV. Don't worry.
see, you're lying. GoPros weren't a thing back then.
Is that the new YouTube big face cams of getting yourself
No,
urinated?
I had,
Nick
I had
had
to
a-
duct tape a camcorder to the side of my head.
Huge 1980s camcorder.
I was like, just don't pee on the film. That's all you got to do, R. Kelly.
Protect the hill.
I feel like if you've done it that many times, you've got good aim. Like you know right
Yeah,
where you
you
want
know.
that mainstream to hit.
You've done this before.
I'm gonna pull the Brandon and say that the original question was about an Oscar category. Just realize that where we've gone.
Oh god, I totally forgot what the original question was.
We're
All right,
good.
Does it matter anymore? Does
Oh
it
wait,
matter?
I have to switch tapes. Oh, don't pee yet. I have to switch tapes.
Hold it in, R. Kelly. Hold it in, man.
I
Can you
can't.
stop the stream? Can you stop the stream real quick?
Right. And the last question has a very easy answer. At I don't even know how to say your name. Zero
I confirmed
121.
2012.
For all the new bros, who came up with the idea/name for KBMOD? The name John came up with, although PC Dev will try to tell you it was him.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
But
it was
I
Definitely John.
It came in a YouTube comment one
Yeah.
day. Some guy was like, "PC sucks. Why are you not playing on console?" And I responded with keyboard, mouse, or die. And then like 4 years later, PC Dev was like, "Hey, that's my Twitter name thing." And I was like, "Cool, bro. Like, that's awesome." He's like, I was like, "Okay, whatever." He was arguing about a phrase that anybody
Yeah.
can use, but I had no idea who he was when I first stated that in a YouTube comment.
Yep.
Like years before Call of Duty Black Ops was a thing and anybody knew who PC Dev was. So
But
we
was
made
the
the website.
for the courts, was quick scoping already established, or was
yes,
that
yes,
still-
yes,
Yeah,
yes. It was
absolutely.
As long as that was established,
The
you're
G-Shot
you're
tutorial
full-
is out there at
Yeah,
that point.
as long as Grizz has given you the G-Shot tutorial, it's done. It's fair game.
This
Yeah.
podcast is dedicated to Mike Graves.
Thank you for everything you've done, Mike.
All right,
Dude,
guys.
some of his Got 2 montages were legit, even if they were on console. That game was so incredible.
Yep. I love that. I love that video when I first saw it. It's good. So that's it, guys. We end on Grizz, as we always should.
Thank you, Base Chris.
Thank you, Base Grizz.
TY.
Thank you, Mark, for coming on tonight on short notice.
I'm just a replacement. That's all I'm good for. I don't get invited on unless somebody backs out. Enough people back out to where they just need to fill something.
Welcome to my entire life.
I don't even want to hear it from any of you.
Chezz is now tied with Mark for podcast numbers.
Really? He's only been on
Thank
twice.
you.
Yeah.
I have to be
Wow.
close to double digits now. I've got to be getting close to double digits.
I'm not even a part of KBMOD. What is wrong here?
So that's it, guys, for episode 81. Thank you so much for coming out. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/KBMOD, on Twitter @KBMODGaming, and join our Steam group. That would be wondrous. And check out the new website, of course, at kbmod.com, and the forums, which we really want to get rolling over there. So, yeah, that is...
If you
Like
guys
and
use the
favorite.
forums, I'll use the forums.
There you
That's
go.
the role.
Like
So,
and favorite, please.
like and favorite this stream.
Please upvote website.
Please subscribe. My dog wants you to subscribe to our channel, please. Just please subscribe.
He looks really upset.
So next,
He has no idea what he's doing. He's like, why am I on camera? This is horrifying.
next stream is tomorrow night. I'll be playing Alan Wake, and then Nikon will be gaming it up after me. And then Tuesday night, we're doing a launch stream for Bit Trip Runner 2. So you can come watch me rage my face off at that game for a couple hours. So that will be it for the first couple days of the week. Hex is back Wednesday with some Saints Row, and then Chezz
Nick will be there
hopefully
too.
back in the saddle
I
Thursday.
will be back Thursday.
So, all right, guys, we'll see you next time. That is it for tonight. Later.
Later.
Bye.
Sorry.
Children.